Hi, my name is Tracy Podolsky, and today I'm going to be showing you how to put on an arm sleeve and a gauntlet. So when you're putting on any type of compression, you want to make sure that you protect the material, that you don't snag it with a nail, or that you exert any more effort than you need to. So I often recommend either a gardening glove or a utility glove, or sometimes even the gloves that are underneath your kitchen sink that you might use to do dishes, the ones that have the little nubs on it, can be really great to help move the material up so that you're not stressing your fingers, especially if you have anything like arthritis in the hand that's going to be donning it. So what we're going to do, this one has a silicone band. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the garment halfway inside out. So it's going to look like this. Okay. Then I'm going to take my thumb and my pointer finger, and I'm just going to put my hand, I'm going to cut my hand together like this, and I'm going to put my hand through until it pops through. If you start to feel resistance, don't yank on it. Like I'm pulling it and it fits onto my arm nicely to about here. Then I'm going to take the silicone band and I'm going to pull the rest of it up all the way to the top of the arm, like so. Okay. So far, so good, right? And you want it right at the crook of your arm so that when your arm is down at your side, it's going to come straight across. This one does not come up and over, but some of the custom ones will have a slightly longer outside of the sleeve. So this is not how you would just get up and go. You got it on. Number one, you see the wrinkle here. But even if I didn't have that wrinkle, right now I can feel all of the pressure in my forearm, because this is a really stretchy material, especially if you have a ready-made, and that's where this glove is going to come in handy. So I'm going to put this on, and I'm not making it higher on my arm, but what I'm doing is just doing this, and that feels so much better because I'm evening out the pressure. You will immediately start to feel an evenness through the sleeve, okay? So you're going to put that on first, and then the gauntlet, unless your therapist tells you otherwise, goes over top. So you're just going to pull that on and the gauntlet goes over top. This is a really popular sleeve and gauntlet combination that I use for my patients who are at risk for lymphedema and are going on flights, or if you're doing any type of exercise and you want to really reduce your risk significantly in order to prevent developing stage 1, 2, or 3 lymphedema. We know now that lymphedema can be prevented. So if we practice these little tips, number one, wearing your compression sleeve on the flight so that it supports those vessels so that your lymphatics are doing their job. Highly recommend that you're just constantly moving your hand, just opening and closing every hour or two, opening and closing your hand, getting that circulation flowing while you're up in the flight. To take the garment off, you're just going to take, well, first you take your gauntlet off. That's easy. And then you're going to take it from the silicone band and peel it down. This material, like I said, is super stretchy. So it can really have a lot of length when it comes out of the box. Don't ever think that's the length of your arm. It stretches, but that's why you want to make sure that you even out the pressure. That's the number one problem with people just putting on the garment without the instruction. So like I said, I think it's a super simple thing to do as long as you have the right instruction. Now, if you do not have a stretchy garment, maybe it's a stiffer garment because you have maybe the early signs of lymphedema, you may want to do the same routine, but you're going to pull on, and let's say you don't even get it up to here. That's where you're going to put your glove on, and you're just going to use the glove to pump the material on. And then you could do the same thing. See how I'm pumping the material? You could take the silicone band and even pull it up a little bit. Like if you have some of that fluffy tissue here, you can pull it up over it and then work your wrinkles out with the glove. Okay, this glove is definitely my best friend when I put on my compression socks in the morning. And then you're going to pull that up. And one more thing that I didn't mention at the very end, you want to make sure this part here is the area of the arm that most people forget about. And I'm going to try to do what most people do and see this little bulge there, because you have it all the way up in the front, but look what happens in the back. So if you cannot reach that part, because this is an awkward position for this shoulder to do, if you cannot reach that part, you can do it that way, or you can come underneath and get that material up so that it cups that tissue that might be pooling over in the back. If you cannot do that, try to get someone to go behind you, and all they need to do, it's easier for someone else to just cover that material. If you still have a problem or you don't have someone to help you with that area, please reach out to your therapist. There are different assistive devices that can make that part go on much, much easier doing this yourself. So know that you don't just open the box and throw it on. You have so many other options if you struggle with putting on compression. So I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, please contact me or your treating lymphedema therapist.